Hello everybody, welcome to another daily vlog, and yeah, exactly the same kind of position from yesterday's, but this vlog I want to just talk about motivation, and it's motivation within myself, and with me doing these daily vlogs, it is probably something I would like to maybe just think about and talk about. Now, I'm not asking for people's thought process of how to get motivated, and I'm not asking that. I'm not asking any questions here. I am literally just talking about how I'm feeling at the moment, and basically at the minute, motivation, the whole motivation thing of getting up, going out, going to bed properly, getting up properly, the motivation to actually carry on applying for jobs, and it's getting to the point now where I have been over probably a little bit about 4 months, over 4 months now, unemployed, and I am doing everything within my power and everything within my ability to find another job, and I am looking. I've got emails coming up on my phone all the time. Because obviously I've fingered up to job sites and such, and it is just becoming so stressful at the moment for me. And with that stress comes lack of motivation, and that is where I'm coming from today in this vlog. And many of you, I am not the only person that has ever found themselves in the predicament that I find myself in at the moment, unemployed. Many people throughout the entire of the UK have or will be, unfortunately, will face this eventually. Some people will be laid off from work, because some businesses aren't doing too great financially, and they will probably go into liquidation. I'm not saying it will happen, I'm just saying it's very, very likely. People will see the unfortunate thing of losing a job or being out of work for a particular, time frame, and it's one of those things. when we're in work, we never know quite when that will happen, and we hope it will never happen. But when it does happen, it hits you like a truck. It really hits you like a truck, driving at you head on. And when it hits, you are dazed, you are confused, you don't know what to do. And that is where I find myself at the moment. And motivation is the biggest problem with me at the minute. I have been so freaking lazy, it is unreal. It's not funny really, because it's putting my health at risk as well. And I've been lazy, really lazy, to the point of not being motivated to simply go out. I mean, all I've done within the past 4 days is go to the corner shop, is go to my local co-op, and that was it. That is all I've done. The rest of it has actually just been sat in this house, either doing videos, which is trying to keep me a little bit motivated in here, try and keep me ticking over. But at the same time, I'm not going out, I'm not venturing out, I'm not meeting up with people, because I simply can't afford to do date nights out, or can't afford to do things. And until my situation rectifies itself, or until I rectify my issue that I find myself in, get another job, I can then start to plan, can start to think about the future, and start to think about future ambitions and things like that. But at the moment, I can't. Many of you watching this will be like, this is typical of you, John. You're just yammering on crap here. And yes, I probably am yammering a load of crap, but end of the day, I just want to talk about how I'm currently feeling at the moment. And motivation is the main problem I find myself with at the minute. Everything else isn't too bad. It's just finding that motivation, finding that bit of energy to try and at least go out, try and go for walks, try to get that motivation to simply apply for jobs, because even though I am applying for jobs and everything, it's just everything's just wrapping up in like a big parcel with a nice little bow on top, and the ticket says, "This is you." I don't know what the ticket says. I don't know what I'm going with that. I'm going to just leave that alone. But I'm trying to emphasise how I'm feeling, but it's quite difficult in order for me to emphasise it properly. But all I'm going to say in this vlog is that I am okay to a point. It's just finding that balance, just finding that motivation again, so that I can enjoy myself while I am currently out of work, not think about it too much, not get down, not feel down and depressed about things, but to carry on and to move on, find another place of work and earn money again, and just get myself back to where I used to be about 4 or 5 months ago. And that's where my mind wants to be and needs to be. It's that determination. I need to have that determination within myself to move on, to better myself, to move on, to get a job, and to simply not really try to think too much, because I do worry way too much. And to be honest with you, can you flipping well blame me for worrying so much? Because because of the last 2 years, last year 2018 and the year before 2017, have been the most trying and testing on me mentally. It is unfucking real, and I apologise for the swear word there, but it is unreal of how much stress and how much problems I've gone through within the past 2 years. Coming up to 2019, this year is going to be, everything, obviously next month and everything and carrying on, everything's going to be coming round again, circulating. And I'm hoping I'm giving myself a target of March to find another job. If I don't get a job by March, it's going to put stress on myself, and I'm not going to be able to really plan to do things properly or go places. Because I know it's a bit too early to really be talking about TF Nation. And if you don't know what TF Nation is, for anyone that is new to this channel, it's a Transformers convention that's based in Birmingham, and it's actually the venue is the Hilton Metropole Hotel next to the NEC, and it's a big massive Transformers convention called TF Nation, and it's really cool. So that's basically the lowdown of what that is, and I go to that every August. But at the moment, like I said a couple of vlogs ago, I was a bit on the fence of going, not just because I don't have a job. It was also because I wanted to maybe try something new and go and maybe see about doing something different. And if I can get a job if I hopefully can get back into work again by March, I can then start to maybe think about alternative things as well as TF Nation. To maybe enjoy and celebrate and have a good year and try and make the most of 2019 for myself. But at the moment, I'm unable to plan anything, and I can't really plan anything too far ahead, just in case a job does happen, and it'll end up me abruptly stopping my plans because I need to find out how things work with that business, with how their holiday allowances work, etc. We all know how work works. But yeah, so I'm not going to talk too much more about this, but I just wanted to dedicate this vlog just to talk about how I'm currently feeling. I'm feeling okay in myself to a point. I am still kind of putting on a smile, putting on a mask, so to speak, to try and so that people around me don't worry about me, and people here on my YouTube channels don't worry about me either. But at the same time, it's the motivation problem. Me finding motivation within myself to carry on is starting to really suffer. And I feel if I'm out of work for another, which it could happen, I could be out of work for another 2 or 3 months, and thinking to myself, I'm gonna start having a mental breakdown, because usually when I feel so apprehensive and so don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do, even though I'm giving my all and putting my all into trying to find alternative employment, it is just stressing me the hell out, and it's going to get to the point where I'm going to going down a depression, back into my depression again, because I just don't know where I'm supposed to go. I mean, job centres, we all know a job centre, I mean, they can only do so much, and it's down to you and you alone to find yourself a job and get interviews, and it's only, job centres only there to kind of give you pointers. That is it. It's not, and obviously hopefully to try and get you back into work, and that's their job. But I don't know, but hopefully I'm going to keep my head on my shoulders firmly, not worry about things that too much, and just carry on the way I'm going, try and find a job, keep applying, and just try to just be a bit more, my motivation, get out more, meet my friends, whether I've got the money or not. Because you don't necessarily need money to meet up with your friends. You can still meet up with people. You don't have to necessarily take a bloody bank loan with you. But it's just finding that motivation and trying to get out of my head and try to make the most of things at the moment, while at the same time my main priority being finding alternative employment or new employment. But anyway, so that's what I just wanted to talk about today. But I just want to clarify before we finish, even though what I've just said now, people will probably start to worry, and I'll probably start getting comments and probably get text messages or messages on private messenger on Facebook or whatever. I might start to get maybe people seeing this and then getting a bit concerned. I just want to say to anyone that's maybe watching this that is a close friend, that I consider a close friend, or anyone on the outside spectrum that doesn't really know me from Adam, that just recently subscribed, don't worry about me. I don't want to cause a massive panic with certain people, because that has happened in the past. I've come over in a certain way and it's caused people to go out of their way to try to help me out. But I just want to say I appreciate for everybody's support. I always appreciate everyone's support and their comments and their some people trying to help the best that they can. But I just want to say, don't worry about me. I'm fine, really. It's just, I think at the minute I'm in my head again. But at the moment, the main problem with me, it's not necessarily anything real bad at the moment. It's just finding that motivation, that day-to-day motivation to carry on and to keep applying and to actually go outside. I mean, like I said, I've not been outside for like 4 days, which is... Some people are like, it's only been 4 days though. I've probably not been doing anything besides whatever else I do for the past week. But for me, yeah, not everybody gets out like they want to, but I'm just kind of using that as an example that I've not really done anything except for going to my corner shop, my local co-op, for the past 4 days. And you can only take so much of that before you start to crumble, and when you start to delve into really lazy habits, which is kind of where I'm starting to go with, which is sleeping into stupid hours and not getting up properly and not going to bed properly, because you know, I'm staying up till like early hours in the morning to try and catch up on my TV and everything, and then I don't realise what time it is, and then it's like stupid o'clock in the morning, and then by the time I get to bed, I'm then waking up late in the afternoon or, you know, early evening, and that is not the way to go about things, and that is not being good. That is not the good way about going about stuff, especially, you know, at the moment. But hey ho, we'll see how things go. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching this ramble of bullcrap again. But it has been 15 minutes. I know that I said a few vlogs ago that I was only going to stick to maximum of 10, but I'll make an exception in this case. But thank you for watching. Peace. See you all very soon for tomorrow for a much less time-consuming vlog to watch. Peace.